calling you radical, like Jesus, huh? So, save the Weber State Pond. Save the Weber State Pond. They want to put a tracks line right through it. Look at the people that are lining up. This is happening. I'm seeing it more and more in Utah. People are lining up in their cars and finding beautiful vistas and listening to the radio. That's what I'm doing. Very emotional day. I might start crying. So, I turned 60 on Good Friday. I know the president of the Mormon Church personally. This Nelson, he's tried to turn this Mormon Inc. prosperity lie around. So he's called for a day of fast on my birthday, on my 60th birthday on Good Friday. My little grandchild will probably be born that day, due that day, in Brooklyn. So, with or without you, my hands are tied. You know, I've done everything that I can do. You know, as the environmentalist. Oh, how beautiful. You're starting to see it all over Utah. People lining up in cars, in places, and just looking, you know. So, did God fix this? Well, somebody, the energies thereof, sure took care of a lot of things. You would protect the environment from these monsters, so he put these monsters into a, you know, maybe these animals have a chance now. So much byproduct to this consumption, obey, consume, obey. So the Mormons have changed their logo. It's blue to long-haired Jesus. Well, it's about fucking time, is all I can say. You know, what they've done, the evangelicals, the Mormon faith, you know, the false witnesses. I know this president of this church. She's a heart surgeon. My uncle and he, you know, this group of heart surgeons, you know, they saved my life. I collapsed on an Easter Sunday a couple years ago, open heart surgery emergency. A doctor named Michael Hawkins at St. Benedict's Hospital told me it wasn't my heart to go see my dentist. Even the bone marrow transplant nurse was in there. She said, no, Kevin was in the bone marrow transplant. Can't sue him. Find out he's not even a doctor. This is kind of abuse of the population, the people. So the other thing that we need to address, this is really historic and important, because I have a friend who's in prison right now for nothing in California. Should not be in prison for a drug charge. It is total bullshit. So in Salt Lake, we haven't had a lot of coronavirus, but now it's showed up in the county jail. So 7 inmates and 7 guards. This is going to be the next major crisis. The human warehousing. We won't address the human warehousing. Right there, Lindquist and the Brownings are the human, the war profiteers, the private privateers, founded right here. All roads lead to Ogden. This immoral, evil place that has evolved. These false witnesses that has evolved. It's disturbing. So, maybe this will thin it out. There's plenty of people in prison that deserve to be in prison. Oh yeah, and there's lots of people out, these white-collar corporate criminals and these environmental thieving, raping, robbing, radio roundup on some of these false witness, Mike Lee and gang, these crew, you know, so many of these criminal derelicts in Utah. Governor Herbert, you know, this corruption, bringing the Italian waste here, sneaking in nuclear fallout, poisoning our planet with Roundup all over. These protectors, this new-scale nuclear reactor. There's plenty that deserve to be in prison that aren't. There's so many people in prison that don't deserve. I'm so worried about them. Look, when this coronavirus breaks out in these prisons and these jails, I don't know if any of you have been in a prison or a jail in modern Americana. They're sardines. They're stacked on shelf on shelf on shelf. Oh, 2 to a cell, 4 to a cell. It's disturbing. What are they going to do? How about the people that work there? You know, by the way, so much fraud goes on in the penal system. You know, there's an inmate in Utah who's going to get a big, giant check on the whistleblower on the funds that were all stolen by Utahns. You know, in the so-called law enforcement. Law enforcement. I thought they were police. You know, law enforcement is called the judge. So what are we going to do? This is going to be a major crisis, I'm telling you. This starts showing up in the prisons and jails, which has already happened. What do you, what, you can have a prison without guards? You know, use robots, I guess. You know, they're talking about electronic trucks now, or you know, driverless vehicles. This is insane what's happened to our place. But you know, I'm disgusted with how the Mormon Church has evolved. I'm really disgusted. I knew David O. McKay personally, really personally. You know, where they've gone, where the evangel Jesus died so I could be rich is beyond disturbing. It's beyond disturbing. It's this beautiful, sacred time of year. Jesus died so you could be rich. You know, that long-haired radical activist. Somebody asked me the other day, I met this girl right here having a picnic. A beautiful girl. I'm like, whoa. You know, we were talking. Said, what do you do? I says, I'm an environmentalist. I'm a full-time activist. Really? Yeah. Yep. Is that even possible? With a little help from my friends. So maybe these powers there be, whatever God you pray to, you know. Saturn's, you know, how's Easter set? Somebody asked me the other day. You don't think that's a pagan holiday? Let's see. You seen the full moon? Have you seen the moon? You should have seen it last night. Have you seen Saturn? Excuse me, Jupiter? Jupiter's right there. Easter set after the first Sunday, after the first full moon, after the equinox, right? Sounds pretty freaking environmental to me. Sounds pretty native, Buddhist, Hindu, all these faiths. So, why fast? On Good Friday, I always fast on Good Friday. And then I'm going to eat me a great big freaking 60-ounce T-bone, and I'll rattle off my 60 push-ups with my grandchildren on my back. My health is my wealth. Your health is your wealth. You know, maybe you can start caring about each other. You know, all these people that are in prison, half of them should not. Why? There used to be bumper stickers around this beautiful, incredible town I grew up in Ogden. And, you know, I grew up in PB in San Diego also, but people here used to give a shit. Don't sell drugs. The government hates competition was a big bumper sticker. The other was, hungry? Eat your foreign car. You know, people here got it. Oh, did they get it? The counterculturist movement was giant in this beautiful, incredible place. They want to tear out this pond. See that tree right up at the top? It got hit by a tornado. Yeah, I was in it. Blew the windows out of my car. There's been 3 major tornadoes in Utah. I was in all 3. Hit my house when I was a kid out in West Weber. 1968, August. The one at the Delta Center, I was in Salt Lake right there in Memory Grove that day. It went right through Memory Grove. This one hit right here. See those soldiers, those trees? Well planned out by these incredible Ogdenites, environmentalists who came before me. This arborist here at Weber State, I come up here the next day and he's got a chainsaw cutting it. I said, just barely took the top. You can't just cut that down. Everybody that's done all this work and planned this university, this pond, and this university was the #1 landscape university in the country. This place is very hallowed to a lot of people, including me. You know, I've been here since the day it was built. There's a lot of people that come here, and I mean, like I was talking to that girl yesterday, she was having her lunch. She says, no, I just had to pick this place. It's so special to me. And so means I says, yeah, this is the natives used to call it Shadow Valley. You know, it's a hallowed place, you know. Look what we've done to it. Obey, consume. Now they want to put a tracks line through the center of it. Maybe the animals have a chance. Nesting on buildings now. Well, they've had to evolve. They hunt them year-round here. They hunt them year-round here. Beautiful. Incredible. Guess what was on this pond the other day? Nice. Nice. My grandmother used to say, Kevin, birds, they're God's symphony. Yeah. They hunt them year-round here. They have no respect for any life here. So maybe these gods are taking care of this. The full moon's so close. Jupiter right there. Close. Those two have been together in centuries. Oh, there's a lot of powers there be. The great equalizer. You want to be me, me, me? This virus is showing you it's not me, me, me. It's we. We come from the sea. The collapse of the ocean didn't wake you up. The tide pools didn't wake any of you up. You didn't care. So maybe overcrowding of our prisons, people in jail who shouldn't be in jail for what? Drugs? Oh, don't make a mistake, young people. Don't you dare make a mistake. Do as I say, not as I do, Mike Lee. You know, welfare queen. You know, all these people, these white-collar criminals. It's disgusting. Nesting on buildings. Maybe the animals have a chance. Maybe the sea has a chance. Now if we could just stop the Amazon, click, goods coming across. Oh, what? Oh, Fukushima. How's that going to evolve? It is the crown virus. So, I'll turn 60 on Easter Sunday. My grandchild will be born. Mike got a hunch that day in New York City. So I walked through the valley of the shadow of death. I was given 2 months to live almost 9 years ago. I'll never forget it. Going into that hospital that day. Misdiagnosed, but finally when the doctor looked at me and says, "You're full of tumors." You know, I was watching the Steve Jobs. Says, "You'll probably be dead by Christmas." Right over there in that room. What a journey. I died in that hospital. I went out. And an angel came to me. I went out a lot of times. I was going in and out of a coma. Down to nothing, a red tan. Vincent Hansen. If it wasn't for him and my uncles and these people here, and because of my anti-nuclear activists and Fimble Peterson, they would have never took me. Because I was a red tan. They don't take red tans at that age. They know they're not going to survive. They're going to die. Didn't have a bone marrow transplant. I walked the entire coast of California. Sleeping in a sleep bag, fighting for the ecology. I'm still alive. Talk about a resurrection. Talk about being on a cross. With or without you, my body bruised, my hands are tied. Got nothing left to win and nothing left to lose. What a journey. Oh, we're halfway there. Ooh, living on a... Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. What a fight. What a journey. So I went out. Nurses praying for me in the middle of the night. That was the same day that San Onofre had the meltdown. January 30th, 2012. I died that night. An angel came to me. The same angel I met when I was a little boy here, when I grew up in this sacred, hallowed place. This little native girl. I remember when I met her when I was a little boy. She says, "Kevin, they killed my mom and dad. They killed my grandpa and grandma. They killed my brothers. They killed my cousins. They killed all the animals. Right here. I grew up right here. I live here. I'm with you." She came to me that night and says, "It's okay, Kevin. It's okay. You don't need to fight anymore. It's okay. Stop fighting. It's okay. Let yourself go. Let yourself go." And I woke up. And both nurses were crying. I says, looked right at me. I says, "It's okay. I'm okay. It's okay. I've always known I'd be okay because of her." Talk about blind faith. Think about where I've traveled, where I've slept, what I've done with no money. You know, sleeping on beaches with platelet counts of 38, given 2 months to live. With AML, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, too sick for a bone marrow transplant. Think about that. That central line hanging out of my jugular vein, a lot of it. They were crying. I'm like, "You were gone, Kevin. What'd you see when you're gone?" I says, "That angel, she came to me. She said it's okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to be okay. As long as we're spiritual and we think about the ecology, the we, the people, the animals, the sea, our mother. You know, the mighty blue lady, the Pacific Ocean. I fight for her, she fights for me. Oh, we're halfway there. living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Stay strong, stay spiritual. With or without you, I can't live. What a freaking journey, what a fight. Good Friday. Wow. The moon's never been closer. Them stars, whoa. The gods there be, maybe they're taking care of this obey, consume, consumption freak show. For Satan took the field. He took the field in Americana. Evangelicals that say Jesus died so I could be rich. Mormons who build a pyramid scheme. People lining up in cars, listening to their radio, looking at the ducks on the Weber State Pond. Oh yeah, never seen it before. Oh yes I have. Oh yes I have. When they built this many years ago. Look at this. Here comes Kevin Blanch, the loner. They mate for life. They mate for life. Must have lost its mate. They stay alone the rest of their life. Take my hand, we'll make it with or without you. What a journey. Stay in tune.